recording. All right.
Hello, everybody. This is Robin and
Raya's amazing race. One day.
That's it. So I think she froze for a minute. I was like, oh gosh.
Oh, I
Where is she?
froze?
Yeah,
Oh,
you did. I was like, what happened to my girl Raya? Okay, so we are excited to come to you guys today to talk about just intentional growth, how important that is in your business. So before we get started, we really want to share with you the purpose of this YouTube channel is really for us to be a source of light and hope and inspiration to anyone who is really wanting to build a successful and sustainable home-based business. And through this vehicle, our vehicle of Plexus, create a life that you've always imagined.
And y'all, we really hope to add value by sharing these weekly trainings and tips, and really helping you help others in your sphere of influence really achieve the 4 pillars of true health and wellness. All right,
Yep.
so let's get right into it, right? So we're talking today about what are your intentions, and I really have been I shared this in the video before. I love how Robin and we just talk about what is on our forefront, right? What is really touching us and moving us right now. And we have a fun group that we're doing to help some people on our team in their journey to Jewel. And so one thing I really am trying to share with this team of amazing men and women is that you have to have intention, right? There has to be some intentional growth. And I say that because I hear a lot in direct sales. People are like, I never planned on this happening and getting to this. And that is true. That happens a lot where people are like, I did not plan on being this successful. I just shared with a few friends and then it snowballed. And that can happen. However, when that does happen, there is a point that those people intentionally started to grow. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can start off that way, but if you are going to grow into a jewel, a diamond, or a gem, having a consistent, sustainable business, there has to be intentional growth. And especially with Plexus in particular, I feel like people can kind of do that. Oh, I just shared on Facebook and people started messaging me and it just happened. And I feel like you can get to silver, senior silver, doing that, but really when focusing on any ranks after that, you really do need to be intentional. And I share with my team that I was very intentional about wanting to grow this business with Plexus from the get-go.
Yep.
When I signed my welcome pack, I purposely got the larger welcome pack for that fast start, and because I like to get more bang for my buck money wise. But this was when only the larger welcome packs were qualified for the previous type of fast start. And I was like, okay, I want to get this fast start. I want to add these people. So I hit the ground running, and it was except for that first week. And I still regret waiting 1 week to do my first post, but that's another training because I ended up missing fast start gold by a week, whole nother training. Anywho, but I was very intentional. And I share this with my team and the groups that we're coaching, and really focusing on, you have to be intentional. It's not just going to happen. It's not just going to fall in your lap. It's just not. And even if some people do kind of fall in your lap, in your sphere of influence, there won't be growth without intention. So figure out what your intentions are, and you have to work intentionally, consistently, and daily. You have to work to intentionally grow your business. And it's really basic. And if I go deeper, I'm going to keep talking and talking. So I'm going to stop talking because what I really want to hear what Robin has to say, because I know she has some really good nuggets for us with this.
Well, I love how out the gate, you were really ready to do this. That is not the average person, though. I will say that. And hence the reason why you've had the success that you've had in the short period of time that you've even been in Plexus, right? That speaks to that. My journey was obviously different because I didn't really intentionally begin to build a business. I was one of those people that was just like, oh, just throw this stuff out here on social media and see if it sticks. And it did stick to exactly the degree in which you said it would. I got to silver. They didn't have senior silver back in the day, but I guess you would call it senior silver if they had that.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until I was thinking about, okay, I'm almost to gold, but I have to actually start getting intentional about what I'm doing. So I got intentional about posting on Facebook. I got intentional about following up with people who like my post and people who were asking me about Plexus. I was intentional about asking people were they ready to get started instead of just hoping and praying that somebody would just fall from the sky and hit my website. And so that intentionality began early on in my business because I saw the possibilities with Plexus.
Mhm.
And then once I realized, and it wasn't until I got to pretty much gold that I realized, oh, wow, this is really a legitimate opportunity and I'm making real income and this could go somewhere. It's when my mindset did shift to, okay, I need to start treating this like a business and stop treating it like a hobby. Because I think a lot of people, they love our community, they love the camaraderie of our team, they love the products. And so it's easy because in their mind, they're like, okay, well, my 5 or 6 customers or 5 or 6 wholesalers that are on my team, that pays for my products every month. It gives me a little bit extra income to do some other things. But did they ever stop to think about, am I intentionally really trying to build this business? And a lot of times, I think also, Rhea, people kind of get miffed with the process because they think, oh, well, I added 5 or 6 people, but that income's not the same because, oh, guess what? Your bath water begins to drain water, right? Your
Mhm.
bathtub begins to drain water. And if you're not consistently filling your bathtub up,
Mhm.
right, with new people and keeping new people in your funnel, then guess what? Your well is going to run dry and then you're not going to be earning income with Plexus. And so that's why being intentional, and the number one thing that you said that I love, Rhea, is just that consistency with your intention. So
Mhm.
that means intentionally reaching out, intentionally following up, intentionally posting on social media, intentionally engaging new people, intentionally expanding your network,
Mhm.
intentionally doing those things day in and day out is when you will begin to bear fruit. And at the end of the day, it wasn't until I started treating this like a legitimate business, which it took me longer than you,
Mhm.
because I didn't start this with the intention of joining. As soon as you hit join, you knew you wanted to build a business. I
Mhm.
wasn't there. And a lot of people that start this business are not there at the beginning. But really helping people to fix their mindset on, no, this is a legitimate business and you will get legitimate business results if you just simply put the intentionality behind your effort. So I don't know. I just think it's really important to set the tone really early with our people. And if you have people joining your team and you're not setting that intention with them, then you'd be hard pressed to really build a sustainable team long term because you're not really setting appropriate expectations. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yep. Agreed. Agreed. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Robin. I love it. I love it. So I hope that that helps in this video. Just sharing some nuggets. Be intentional. And one thing that I really want to say too, after Robin shared her insight, is do not feel, just like Robin was saying how she didn't start with the intention to build a business. So do not feel like if you have people, wholesale customers, ambassadors, if you have people who are not intentionally saying, I'm going to hit the ground running like I did, guess what? That's okay. It can still happen, just like Robin was saying. So that's a really big takeaway, y'all, that you don't discount
Mm,
anyone. Do not discount
yeah.
anyone and people on your team that can grow this business and that can benefit from this business.
Oh, I love that you mentioned that, Raya, because that's probably one of the biggest mistakes that people make. They put people in a box because if they didn't start with the intention of building a business, they're just like, they're wholesalers. They just want to take the product. And I'll never talk to them about the opportunity, or I'm too scared to talk to them about the opportunity because they never showed an interest in the beginning. And I'm living proof that I had zero intention of building a business. I only joined to get the wholesale discount and I'm a diamond in the company. And so it's really,
Diamond
really
Senior Ruby.
important.
Don't forget that.
Huh?
Diamond
Oh,
Senior Ruby.
I would
Don't
say
forget
improving. But
that.
let me tell you though, that is the reason why we can finish with this girl. And I'm so glad you mentioned this. That's the reason why you have to add your people to these resource pages
Mhm. Yep.
because no one poured into me. If Rhea was not ready, I had already prospected Rhea for the business from the beginning. So I'd already been planting those seeds 4 years before she ever joined. So
Mhm.
when she finally joined, she was ready. However, had Rhea joined and she still wasn't ready, guess what? Something else may have gotten her to the place or the mindset where she would have been ready because She was added to my resource page, which is the reason why she actually joined. She saw me post a thyroid testimony
Yes,
in
right.
our prospect page, right?
Mhm.
And then I then added her to my team page. I then would have added her to my business page. And so all those things are helping to expand the vision of the person who's joining you. So if you're not adding people to these incredible resources that your team, whether you're on our team or another team, create the resources. You don't have it. I didn't have those resources when I started Plexus. So guess what? I created them. I created them for my team. And I cannot tell you how much that has benefited
Girl.
our team's growth just in 2020 alone, having those systems in place, right?
Yes. And listen, just a really quick too to piggyback on what you're saying with the resource pages. I remember when I first joined, and yes, I was like, okay, I'm trying to get these 3 people. And there was another incentive, like if you add 6, I think you get your kicks, add 6 for kicks, you get some Nike
Mhm,
shoes, right? Or the $200 cash.
mhm.
And I remember Robin, you posted the cutest graphic. I can't remember whose it was, but somebody, when I first joined, she added me to that resource page. You shouted out someone else that I had never met, never seen anything, but it was the cutest graphic. This person had added her 6 and she got her kicks. And I was like, oh, I want a graphic. I want to get her. Yes. And I was like, I want a cute graphic like that. And I was already like, shooting for that. I think I was shooting for 3 people, but I was like, and I don't even know if you had told me about the 6 people yet, but I remember thinking, one, I want to get some kicks, or I didn't know there was also that
Look,
$200 option. But one, I was like, I want to win that. So that's shouting out people on that your resource page, your team page. And also I just loved the graphics that Robin was doing. And I was like, I want me some graphics. I want some graphics on there.
she has never shared this, y'all. Like, I'm literally in shock that she's talking about she liked the graphic because who knows? Who knows what will float somebody's boat? You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't doing that to get you motivated about going to get your 6 to get your kicks, right? I wasn't doing it for that reason. But case in point, it just goes to show you that everybody's motivated, they have different motivations, and people are intrinsically, they have a desire to do more or to shoot past their own personal limits for different reasons. For Rhea, she obviously likes recognition, and I obviously know that about her now. She's been a diamond on my team, and she's been with me for over a year now in the business. So I know that she likes recognition, right?
Yes, I was
But
looking
at
at
the
that
time when
notification.
you first joined, I didn't know that, right? And I
Right.
definitely didn't know you were looking at the cute graphics, wanting one for yourself. So yeah, just reason number 154,221
Right.
that you should add people to these pages because you never know what will inspire them,
Yeah.
right?
And I was waiting on that notification. After I told you I'd gotten like my 6th person, girl, I was waiting for the notification to pop up like Robin Sullivan tag. Do you want to post? I was.
Well, thank God I'm on that. I do
You
that
are,
well.
and you are on it. Yes, you are very
I
on
be on
it.
my graphics with my people now because I used to hate not being recognized. I
Yeah.
mean, because I really never had that, right? So I
Mhm.
would hate not being recognized. It's one of the things I was stickler about on our team. And I'm the first one to tell you, look, if your people reach a goal and they tell you they've reached a goal, if you don't already know, make a dog graphic immediately.
Right. Right.
Well, that was our time. We try to be timely here. So
Yes,
I got my timer
that's our
set.
wrap it
It
up music.
looks like let's wrap it up music. So, but I love that you shared those tidbits, Raya, because that was a mouthful. Just sharing the importance of adding people to these groups and
Mhm.
how much you can inspire people and expand people's vision of what this opportunity can do for them. So, with that being said, we'll end with our awesome Hebrews 12, 1 and 2 scripture. It's one of the things that really motivates us to continue to share these nuggets because we want everybody to run their best race. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to this life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us.
So, y'all, until next time, God bless, and always remember to run your best race. Thanks for
Yes.
listening, guys.
Bye, girl.
Bye.